Okay, in this update I want to talk about some Long Island Railroad stuff and some other news in the MTA and on Long Island. But first I want to let's get the good news first, and this is excellent news. Matt Camper reported this, and I wanted to get this video up. Breaking news about cheese buses on the Long Island Railroad. According to Long Island Railroad President Philip Ang, there will be no more cheese buses on the Long Island Railroad starting this weekend, and MTA Buses will be doing the bustitution on the Ronkonkoma branch. So let's see what the comments are here. MTA Prodigy commented, yes, it's because of what we were doing, and I want to just thank everybody. This is the guy who actually asked Philip Ang about this, Jason Anthony Pinerio. And we'll see, hopefully we won't see any cheese buses over this weekend at Hicksville. So that's some good news. But I want to talk about some other things regarding the Long Island Railroad. But this is great news. But like I've learned before, I'll believe it when I see it. So I'll be there in Hicksville. If I see MTA buses, it'll be some very good news. But let's hope that we've seen this before with the main line, where we've been promised things and we haven't gotten them. So I got to see it to believe it, but it looks like it's again, Philip Ang is really trying to look out for us. The other thing that we have to talk about, and this does not involve the Long Island Railroad and Metro North. This is something that Matt Camper spoke about a while ago. With that, it's part of the reason why I didn't go to that meeting on Monday. The committee meeting was because it was combined with Metro North, and Metro North got most of the time. And like I said, I'm not really interested in Metro North. I don't really cover it. But in this case, I do want to talk about this because there has been there was a racist incident where a major supervisor at Metro North dressed in blackface for Halloween. Yeah, you believe that. And I'm not surprised, because I think there's a lot of racism at the MTA. Joe Lota acts like he should be shocked, and these presidents, the Metro North president, act like she was shocked. But you know what? They only got caught. I think they knew about it, and they just got caught about it. Because when you look at the MTA board, there's hardly any minorities there. I don't think there are any African Americans on that board at all. So, to me, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me at all that this happened. So, I'm not going to play this for you, but I figured I'd show it to you. Channel 4 reported on this last night. But I don't really want to spend too much time with Metro North, but it is a symptom of the problems at the MTA. And that's going to lead me to the next thing that we're going to talk about. The other thing is the town of Islip, discrimination against Latino voters. And this is kind of the stuff I'm talking about here. In the town of Islip, they have an at-large voting system, all right? And none of the representatives on the town of Islip board, which are all white, all of them live south of Sunrise Highway. So they're all from those South Shore areas, Sayville, Blue Point, Islip, maybe not Blue Point. I got mixed up with another. Great River. And so 25% minority population, which the town of Islip is 25% minority, is represented by an all-white board. And so none of Islip's elected officials live in Brentwood. And this is what they're dealing with. The MS-13 gang violence from all the illegals, the Robert Clemente Park scandal, all this stuff in the town of Islip. I honestly think, Robert Clemente Park, they bring it up, Robert Clemente Park, closed for 3 years because they dumped 40,000 tons of debris containing asbestos and pesticides. You know that wouldn't have happened in a Lily White neighborhood. But no, it happened in Brentwood just because it's not Lily White. And this is the kind of stuff I talk about with discrimination on Long Island. And the discrimination in New York is out of control. There's a huge problem with racism in a lot of these towns. So you can check out this article. There was also an article in Newsday about it. News 12 covered this as well. And definitely check it out. I'll put the links in this video to you. But this doesn't surprise me. Imagine living in a town where all the people that run the town are living all south of Sunrise Highway in the Lily White neighborhoods, and giving those neighborhoods preferential treatment, while the neighborhoods that aren't Lily White are getting neglected. Well, that's what's happening in the town of Islip. So the other news I have for you is I was taking a little ride this past weekend on the on the uh, Huntington branch, east of Hicksville, and was looking at the work they were doing, and they're not replacing the wooden ties with concrete at all. They're just replacing the rails in the fasteners and the third rail covers. They're not putting in concrete ties. How come the Babylon branch gets the full treatment with the concrete ties, brand new tracks, and yet they don't want to do? They want to do a half-assed job on the Huntington branch. Why is that? Why is that going on? What is going on here? So these are some of the pictures I took. These were taken around Cold Spring Harbor in Syosset. And you can see they've replaced the fasteners, they've replaced some of the rails, but they're still using the wood ties. Why is there no concrete? How come only the Babylon branch is getting concrete? Why aren't they using concrete ties on the Huntington branch? Why aren't they doing a full mechanized tie replacement on the Huntington branch? So it's clear that there is favoritism and racism at the Long Island Railroad. Again, Hicksville, the tracks at Hicksville. I saw another rotten tie there yesterday. See, these look like new wood ties. Why did they put new wood ties? Why is there no concrete? Why is the bridge over Post Avenue in Westbury freaking wood ties? It's wood ties, so why didn't they use concrete? Why? Because it's not a lily white line. Sorry. Yeah, just like St. Albans has platform cracks because, well, St. Albans is not white, it's mostly black, so we're not going to care about it because we're racist at the MTA. And they are racist, and it's coming out now, especially what's going on here when you see the pretty little Babylon branch, lily white, preppy Babylon branch getting preferential treatment. I think it's fairly obvious what's going on, and that is that white areas with homogeneously white areas get preferential treatment from the MTA. That's what's going on. That's what's going on, and it is illegal. And this is the male version of Todd Kaminsky. That is, I see these all over the South Shore in Suffolk County. This lady, Gretchen Louiba Shirley, or whatever her name is, we're going to go look at her page. So we're going to look at this article from the Wantaw Patch, and I'm just going to explain to you about these things we're seeing all over the South Shore. This lady has a lot of support from the snobs, this lady on the right. Her name is Libua Gretchen Shirley, and they're trying to unseat Peter King, who has been in that seat for too long. This is for Congress, United States Congress. Dwayne Gregory, I actually like a lot better. I think he's going to look out more for the middle class, and I think Democrats in that district should pick Dwayne Gregory over her. You could tell she's one of those snobs, all right, and it's actually, and he's also the first person of color to be elected presiding officer of the Suffolk legislature. Gretchen is a typical elitist liberal type of person. So we're going to go and look at her page now. But I wanted to just show you this again. There's a primary that's going to be happening on the South Shore, and again, this lady on the right, she is a snob. All right, don't elect her. There's been a lot of controversy with her. If we really want to unseat Peter King, this guy is much better. All right, she's a snob, but I have a feeling because it's a snobby area, she's going to win by a landslide. So anyway, let's look at see what she's all about. All right, so this is her page here. I don't want to spend too much time on it. Again, primary on the South Shore for the Democrats. She's running against Peter King again. But she's, the thing with her is, let's find out about her, because what it is with her, you can see her picture there, she's definitely one of the snobs, and when she talks, she has an annoying accent. She's from, I think, the South, well, I'm trying to figure where she's from. I think she's from South Amityville, or, yeah, South Amityville. It's actually part Russian, but, she's mostly running she really wants to, she sees, thank you so much, Hillary Clinton. So she supports people like Hillary Clinton, who we already know is a corporate Democrat, and she is a corporate Democrat. So this is not the kind of person you want to have replacing Peter King. All right, issues, she's definitely supports amnesty for illegals. She's been protesting against Peter King. So again, this lady here, she rubs me the wrong way. You could see she's one of the snobs as far as I'm concerned. I think she's one of the snobs. She may say she's an immigrant, but she's really looking out for the lily whites. And putting her in the United States Congress, I think, would be a huge mistake. Not in my district, but you could see, you could see the way kind of person she is. She acts like she cares about the poor, but she doesn't care about the poor. I think Dwayne Gregory would do a much better job with that. So the bottom line is this: people like Louiba, Gretchen Shirley, Todd Kaminsky, they're all lily white, snobby people. Doesn't matter what party they're from. They're not going to be looking out for us, the people on the main line. This is the Ronkonkoma train, 622. It's been like this now this week. Overcrowded at Hicksville. And this is after it let everybody off, and it's still overcrowded at Hicksville. And this is the kind of stuff going on because we have racism, discrimination in New York, a state led by Democrats. So changing the party isn't necessarily going to get rid of the problem. You have to elect people who are going to look out for everybody, not just a certain group of people. And this preferential treatment needs to stop. We can't have two separate Long Islands, one for white people and one for everybody else. We can't have that. We all have to live together. We all have to live with have fairness in public transportation. And I think that it is finally getting noticed. And this is why I'm glad we're speaking up. We got rid of the cheese buses, hopefully, and hopefully we're going to shine light on the racism that is plaguing the MTA and many levels of our government that needs to be straightened out once and for all. So that is it for this video. Take care.